Perception. Perception is often driven by narrative. Narrative is often driven by media, whether that's social media or in most cases, the mainstream media. Every day, the mainstream media, they work tirelessly to alter your perception of reality. I don't know if you guys have received the memo, but the culture war is officially over. Yeah. It is over. The winner has been declared. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. You lost. You have lost. The devil has spoken. She has handed down her ruling. According to the wicked wig of the woke, all of you Bible thumping religious fanatics, all of you wicked believers in the Second Amendment, all of you radicals who refuse to teach your children critical race theory, your time is up. You have officially lost the culture war. Don't take my word for it. Listen to the Bruja herself explain it. Roll the film.
I hadn't watched in years, but I actually really enjoyed it. Although I'm not sure everybody else did. It was, to put it mildly, a celebration of the very thing the American right has turned into its latest anti-wokeness boogeyman: diversity, equity, and inclusion. So yeah, the culture wars are over, and the left won, like total defeat. I can only imagine the heads exploding in red states. I imagine Ron DeSantis is somewhere stalking through his governor's mansion trying to figure out how to ban the airing of the Grammys in Florida and take away CBS's tax exemptions. No educational value, queer theory, black music. It's a helpful reminder that despite the almost hysterical war the right is waging to take the culture back to the John Wayne era, they are not just losing. They literally cannot win.
Is it just me, or does she seem to have a receding hairline? I couldn't tell if that was a wig or if that was her natural hair. If that hair was natural, it seems to be running away from her face. But it must be really nice to live in this world of delusion. For starters, do you think Ron DeSantis gives a single fuck about the Grammy Awards? Do you think the hundreds of millions of normal Americans give a damn about the Grammy Awards? If you listen to the mainstream media, that is exactly what you would think. The perception the media is pushing is that the Grammys are back. Ratings surged 30%. Lucifer is taking back America. If you Google TV ratings for the Grammys, every mainstream media outlet is twisting the ratings into a positive narrative. Headline at Billboard: Grammys post best ratings in 3 years. Variety, The Hollywood Reporter, CNN, MSNBC, they're all echoing the same sentiment. It is another classic case of the mainstream media presenting you a partial truth without giving you the full story. Yes, the 2023 Grammys hit a 3-year ratings high. 12.4 million people wasted their Sunday night watching live footage from Woke United Methodist. I'm sure some of you guys thought I was kidding. I'm sure some of you guys thought I made up Woke United Methodist. I didn't make it up. It's real. The 12.4 million people who watched the Grammys Sunday night, they were given a peek into what it's like to be a worshiper of the oak tree. Ratings for the 2023 Grammys were the highest since 2020. What the media is not telling you, though, ratings for the Grammys the last 3 years all represent record lows. 2023 ranks number 3 as the least watched in the history of the Grammys. Believe it or not, this used to be the show of shows when it came to music. The Grammys used to be appointment television. 2012, 39 million viewers. From 2016 to 2020, they averaged 22 million viewers. And we're supposed to be celebrating 12 million? In the span of 3 years, where did 10 million people go? The Grammys are heavily promoted. It's one of, if not the biggest award shows of the year in Hollywood. It's a big deal in pop culture. How come it's not a big deal for the 90, maybe 95% of the country who identifies as normal people? When discussing the decline of relevance of the Grammys, you could point to a variety of factors. Number one, award shows in general just aren't as popular as they used to be. There seems to be award shows every month in Hollywood, and every time it's on television, they're setting record low ratings. Number two, The quality in music has rapidly declined. I know every generation thinks their generation produced the best music. I enjoy music I grew up listening to from the 90s and 2000s, but even when I was growing up, I still listen to music from the 70s and 80s. I like the music that my parents grew up listening to. Back then, music was timeless. It never got old. The music produced by this generation is 100% trash. Hit songs are here today and literally gone tomorrow. But the main reason for the decline of the Grammys is directly related to what they are presenting. You heard Joy Reid say in that clip, the Grammys represents diversity, equity, and inclusion. Everyone is a winner, except of course the evil white man. The only time a white man can win is if he identifies as a white woman. The Grammys used to recognize the artists that made the best music. Today, they recognize the artists that check the most woke boxes. Or, in the case of Lizzo, they recognize the artist who eats the most woke boxes. One of the biggest talking points coming out of the Grammys was Beyonce being passed over for Album of the Year by some dude who aspires to be pregnant named Harry Styles. Wait a second. I thought the Grammys was dedicated to diversity, equity, and inclusion. I Googled Harry Styles. He is so white, I had to grab my sunglasses to look at the picture. Last I checked, Beyonce was a beautiful black woman. She's also dabbled in the shitfuckery in the past. She's removed triggering lyrics from her songs to appease deacons at Woke United Methodist. If I remember correctly, Beyonce was once accused of being an ableist. She had a lyric in one of her songs that could be triggering to people with disabilities. Beyonce atoned for her sins by removing the lyrics and agreeing to 80 hours of sensitivity training. So, how in the hell could one of the most iconic performers in the industry, an icon that not only checks multiple woke boxes, but also lives her life by the woke commandments, how could she be passed over for some white nerd who possibly identifies as a male birthing person? I wonder if this had anything to do with it. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to Harry Styles. Roll the film. What the fuck was that? Not only was he wearing a dress, he was wearing a dress that represented every color of the rainbow. It's all starting to make sense now. Woke United Methodists, they are all about diversity and fighting mythical racism until it comes to a member of the alphabet. The alphabet always takes precedence over anything else. If you don't believe me, I'll give you another example. German singer Kim Petras, she won the award for Best Pop Duo Performance. She won the award for a song titled Unholy, a duet she sang with Lucifer himself. Now, I find the title to this song to be interesting, Unholy. The reason this is so interesting, Kim Petras appears to be very holy. Matter of fact, she added an extra hole to her body. At some point, Kim Petras grew tired of looking down and seeing an extra appendage. She had it surgically removed, donating it to Woke Wiener Wednesday Cookout, and became a woke woman. Kimmy and Lucifer, they blessed Woke United Methodist with a special performance of their hit song. In his human form, Lucifer chose to identify as a male birthing person named Sam Smith. Couldn't you be a little more creative? Sam Smith? We went from Little Richard, Freddie Mercury, Axl Rose, Michael Jackson. We went from all these cool sounding names to Sam Smith? Sam Smith sounds like the name of the barista at Starbucks. The iconic duo of Sammy and Kimmy was supposedly introduced by Madonna. They claimed it was Madonna. They had the name Madonna on the banner, but that damn sure didn't look like the Madonna I remember. Whatever that was on the screen, it had more of a resemblance to Nancy Pelosi than Madonna. All of my ladies out there who think it's a good idea to inject your face with plastic and go through procedure after procedure, thinking you're going to attract Superman by doing so, what I'm about to show you, this is what you're going to end up looking like. Ladies, leave your pretty face alone. Most of us men, we don't give a shit if you have some faint wrinkle on your forehead. I promise you, we don't notice. Now, I'm going to try to play this clip for you. I might have to mute the music for copyright reasons. In all honesty, I'm actually doing you a favor because the music is garbage. It's the visual, though, that's important. This is what the Grammys presented you on Sunday night. This was one of their feature performances. See if you notice the resemblance from what you see and hear every night from Joy Reid and what you're about to see here. Roll the film.
You guys need to know, all you troublemakers out there, you need to know that your fearlessness does not go unnoticed. You are seen, you are heard, and most of all, you are appreciated. It gives me great pleasure to introduce two incredibly talented artists who have risen above the noise, the doubt, the critics, into something beautifully unholy. Yeah. Here are two Grammy Award winners, Sam Smith and Kim Petras.
The only way I know to describe that scene is pure evil. I can remember when it was considered controversial to have Eminem perform at the Grammys. Parents used to worry, and the media used to worry, that Eminem was corrupting the minds of their children. We have went from Eminem to what looked to be a satanic ritual being performed on national television. Instead of there being outrage, it's being celebrated by the mainstream media. Do not buy into the bullshit. The mainstream media wants you to believe what Hollywood presented Sunday night is accepted by society. I'm here to tell you, it's not. It might be accepted by a small segment, but in terms of the overall population, I don't think most normal people accept this as normal behavior. I don't care what the mainstream media says. The 2023 Grammys was a huge embarrassing failure. I'm not saying it qualifies for the HEF Awards, but drawing 12.4 million viewers, that is not what I would call success. When it comes to ratings, it's all about expectations. The NBA Finals draws 10 million viewers, that's considered a failure. The WNBA Finals draws 10 viewers, that's overwhelming success. In the span of 3 years, the Grammys went from 25, 30 million to 10 to 12 million. It seems like everything Hollywood is presenting fails to resonate with normal people. Movies, TV shows, music, when it's dipped in the holy water at Woke United Methodist, it is always rejected by normal people. Joy Reid is actually right. The culture war is over, but it is not normal people who lost. The shit fucks have lost. But give me your thoughts. In keeping with tradition, the 2023 Grammys is the latest huge embarrassing failure. Is the culture war really over? Did normal people actually lose? Let me know. Sound off in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe. Click the notification bell to receive all notifications from the channel. Best way to contact me is by email at btlkc84@gmail.com, KC_BTL84 on Twitter. I'll see you guys later.